Well, hello. Welcome to today. What about Patrick McKeon on the show yesterday between 9 and 10? The breathing guru's guru. He didn't disappoint. He stuck around for an hour after the show because we just wanted to carry on talking to him. And eventually, just before 11, he said, look, I've got to go. I'm due in Switzerland at 2. Because that's the way the biggest breathing guru in the world rolls. He was so good. And you crashed his website. Of course you did, because he has a breathing app for free that will massively advantage you in your breathing, in the way you live your life, in everything you do. Because if you can nose breathe more often, especially when you're asleep, your life will be instantly better and thereafter forever, for so many reasons that he explained yesterday. If you want to hear his interview, you can download our podcast, The Chris Evans Show, from wherever you get yours. If you go to oxygenadvantage.com, because you are my favourites, you know that before 7, but lots of you will not have heard this. Go to oxygenadvantage.com. You can download his app there. It's for free. It's all to teach you how to get your kids to nose breathe, which will benefit them massively at school and generally in sport and just, with their cognitive ability during the day, as it will you as well. Oxygenadvantage.com. Last night, for the first time in my life, I nose breathed the whole night because Patrick gave me some of his mouth tape, which sounds gruesome and hard to cope with, but it really isn't. He has his own mouth tape company called MyoTape, MyoTape, I think it is. And I mouth breathed for my whole life up until last night. And last night I nose breathed because I put this tape on. I thought it was really funny. It was really playful. It wasn't restrictive at all. You can actually still open your mouth, but you don't unless you want to. So if you have an emergency in the night, if you're sick, for example, or you need to cough or clear your throat or something like that, you can still do that because there's a big gap in the middle. So you can still open your mouth. It's just that when it's shut, it's just got enough resistance so you don't open it automatically in the night. And I feel completely different this morning. And so I can't wait to go back to bed tonight to nose breathe again the whole night. He's incredible. The guy's incredible. He's a gift from God. As I told him yesterday, he asked me to sign he's got one of my books because he's just turned 50, so he's got Call in the Midlife. He said, it's a really good book. I said, I know, but it didn't sell very well. Should we republish it? Should we put it out there for free? He said, anyway, forget all that. Can you sign it? So I signed it. I just said, thank you. You are a gift to the rest of us human beings. And he really is. Check his website out, oxygenadvantage.com. Go there now. We crashed it yesterday. Can we crash it before 7 this morning?
The Chris Evans Breakfast Show with We Buy Any Car.
So nice.
And on your smart speaker.
Thursday morning, April 18, 2024. Ladies and gentlemen, this is your radio talking. We want to wish you all a very happy Thursday morning. I'm going to be more annoying than usual today because last night, for the first time ever, I nose breathed throughout the whole night because I had my MyoTape mouth tape on. 90 strips, £23.50. What's that? 25p, 30p a strip to give you a great day the next day because you breathe through your nose all the way through the night. I've never done it before. I will never not do it again. Seriously, check out Patrick McKeon's website, oxygenadvantage.crash, not .com. It's crashed. We crashed the website, yes! Check out his MyoTape. All right, hello, good morning. The site looks like it's crashed, Chris, Jackie and Matlock. Yes, it has. Morning, Chris, mission accomplished. Oxygen Advantage website is down. They'll be thrilled. No, they really will be thrilled. They said, I was so happy after Patrick was on the show yesterday because your listeners crashed the website. I was like, is that good? Yeah, it's amazing. Crash it again. Crash away. Jane in Stapleford, Abbott, Paul Evans in Flint. Congrats. The oxygenadvantage.com website has crashed again. Well done, you lot. All right, loving the first half hour, says Aidan in Hudson. First half hour is the best. We're on from 6:30, by the way. Virgin Radio, up early as always. Listen to the first half hour, fizzingly good. Spandau in gold. Sorry, Spandau Ballet in gold. Too excited. I want to get on with what we've got to talk about to actually finish off the band's name. This breathing through your nose all the way through your nighttime sleep. Did it for the first time ever last night. The first time ever since I've been a grown-up, that's for sure. It was incredible. I had this mouth tape on. I know it sounds really restrictive and claustrophobic, and when mouth tape first came on the scene, it really was. But now Patrick McKeon has his own tape. Other people have loads of tape online. They both work out about 25p per night, this mouth tape. called MyoTape, and it's very stretchy. Doesn't matter if you have a beard or not, it's all figured out for you. You stretch it, you put it over your mouth. There is a hole for your mouth so you can still do all the things your mouth needs to do. It's just that when you're not doing those things, it's just got enough resistance to keep your mouth closed all the way through the night, and I feel so different today. I woke up the same number of times as I usually do. Actually, one less. 3 times I woke up last night. Went to the bathroom every single time, had it all checked out. Nothing to worry about that. It's just a thing. And it may well be to do with sleep apnea, but I do feel different today. I feel like I've been given some sort of E5 fuel as opposed to E10 at the petrol station. Maybe it's a placebo, but that doesn't matter, does it? Because we know that the placebo effect is the most successful drug on the planet. That's a fact. Anyway, Anna says, recently had a snoring brace moulded and it's a game changer. I have so much energy in the morning and I feel the same way. Oh my goodness me. Is this the future? I taped my mouth up last night with some MyoTape and I cannot tell you. Jodie in Bidford on Avon just ordered some MyoTape. I'm looking forward to a really deep sleep. Hello, Vassals.
I do think you look different and you sound a bit different this morning.
Well, there you are. Abby from Burnley. I have used a nasal spray daily for many years. It even helps clear the nostrils when I'm suffering from a cold. Highly recommend the routine. Well, Patrick McKeon gave us... Thank you very much, by the way, Abby. Patrick McKeon gave us this exercise to do to clear our nostrils yesterday. It was amazing. He also, after the show, gave John and myself, who are both running the marathon on Sunday, showbiz John and myself, he gave us a 5-minute breathing warm-up routine for before we run the marathon, which was also, it's going to be a game changer. If you want to try, I feel so different today. Maybe it's placebo, I don't know. I feel a bit like the first time we started doing cold showers, which I still do now every day. I feel so ridiculously energized because I did this thing with this mouth tape last night. I've done nose strips before. I've never done the mouth tape thing. I didn't like the sort of the sort of smell of it, the flavour of it. It was a bit too claustrophobic for me. But I've got some of Patrick's mouth tape now. By the way, full disclosure, we're not on any kind of back end deal with this. I just want you to have the best sleep you can. These strips work out at about 25p each, and they go over your mouth. There's a gap for your mouth. I played with it. I had fun with it last night. It was really funny. And if you've got a beard, madam, or not, sir, it doesn't matter because they go over beards as well as just naked skin. But they just have enough resistance in them to keep your mouth closed. So last night, for the first time in my adult life, I nosebleed all night, and I feel completely different today. It's really weird. I've got to talk about Patrick McKeon again, because if you didn't hear him between 9 and 10, please download our podcast from yesterday's show, The Chris Evans Show, from wherever you get your podcasts. Our podcast has definitely achieved takeoff, but it hasn't reached cruising altitude yet. I don't know why. I'm going to have a think about it, because it's all these conversations that are so useful, and they're sort of mini podcast, if you like. It is a podcast, but we get all the people on who go on other podcasts for like 2, 3, 4 hours and get really into the weeds, the good weeds, the weeds you want to get caught in as far as their particular expertise is concerned. And we sort of skim the surface for half an hour, which is a long time in the world of radio, but it's not nowhere. It's like it's a drop in the ocean in the world of podcasts. So I think our podcasts are fantastic. I really do. And I think they're really useful. And if you don't believe me, test it out today. Download The Chris Evans Show from yesterday from wherever you get your podcast, and listen to Patrick McKeon, the breathing guru's guru, who stuck around for an hour after the show because we were so obsessed and captivated and in love with him and everything he can do to help us and everybody else's noses and throats and ears in the world, that we just didn't want to let him go. And in the end, at about 11 o'clock, showbiz John, myself and Tilly and Aussie Jane and Ellie, Miss Ellie, we were all talking to him. He said, I've got to go, I've got to be in Switzerland by 2. And oh god, sorry. I thought you just shooting the breeze. He's so nice though, isn't he?
He's really nice.
He's so nice, and he has this website which is called oxygenadvantage.com, and yesterday we crashed it because you can go on there and you can download his app for free because he wants to give us away as much things he can for free. He has these amazing mouth tape that he has to charge for because it costs him money, but it's £23.50 for 90 strips. It's called MyoTape. It's his thing. It gets your mouth to stay closed during the night without covering your mouth or being claustrophobic. So it's funny. You look a bit like Acker Bilk or Jimmy Hill, who's another famous goatee kind of person, from an era that other people might remember. Famous people with goatee beards. You look like you got. If you're thinking about having a goatee beard and you want to improve your nose breathing, this is the perfect tape for you.
Or if you've had, well, I suppose it wouldn't be milk because they're black, aren't they? But if you know when you've had too much milk and you have milk surrounding your mouth, it's that.
Yes,
it's that look.
Yeah, you can get different colours, but no, you're right. And yet last night I wore one of these things for the first time ever. All right, I've been toying with this for like 3 or 4 years. I just couldn't get over the line, but he got me over the line yesterday with these sort of non-claustrophobic mouth tape, and I put it on last night, and I nose breathed all night because you can't not nose breathe. You can't open your mouth while you're asleep. You can when you're awake. That's why they're great. You can talk, you can do anything, you can drink, you can do it, cough, splutter, whatever. But when you're asleep, when you fall asleep, there's just enough resistance to keep your mouth closed. So I feel completely different today. I feel like I've been fueled with a brand new fuel. It's really,
you look it. You sound it.
It's weird. Anyway, I'm fully on board. You know, when like you feel like you're on it and your mouth's working, your brain's working, everything's working, you're in flow. That's how I feel today because I nose breathed all night last night for the first time. Patrick McKeon was on the show yesterday. He is the breath guru's guru. He was to the breathing. He actually threw the breathing party. James Nestor interviewed Patrick for his book. Now, James Nestor's very big in the breathing world, just like James Clear is big with Atomic Habits, but BJ Fogg sort of ran the class on that beforehand. They're both big in that world now. It's the same with Patrick and with James Nestor. Patrick was brilliant on the show yesterday. If you've never, ever, ever downloaded our podcast and you can't stand me or even the mere mention of my name, forget all that and download the Chris Evans Show podcast from yesterday because it's all Patrick McKeown. Patrick has a website called oxygenadvantage.com, and if you go onto that website, you can download loads of stuff for free, including an app which will improve your life from today and for the rest of your life and your children's lives and all your friends' lives, because it will teach you how to nose breathe, why it's important, little nose breathing 5-minute hit workouts during the day, and this thing about mouth tape that I wore for the first time last night. So I nose breathed all through my sleep last night for the first time, and I feel brand new today. It was interrupted my sleep as it always is. I woke up first at 10 o'clock, then at 9 minutes past 12, and then at 1:47, and then when my alarm went off at 4:20 with the tweeting birds sound effect. But I still feel completely different. Give it a go. The mouth tape is called MyoTape, has a hole in it. It's not claustrophobic. I thought it would be. It isn't. Honestly, game changer, life changing.